Hey, 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 Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Welcome to your Wellness for Life. A little late, but better late than never. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Welcome to your Wellness for Life. We discuss all the different pillars of wellness. Are you well today? I'm well today. I got to deliver 3 babies today. I think I'm down to my last 40 or so. Between now and May, about 40 more babies to deliver, and then that part of my life will be done. Now I'm going to be focusing on just wellness and gynecologic care, things like that. About, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago, I decided I was going to start taking Friday afternoons off. So I was probably about 50 years old, and I figured, you think work, just keep on working. But, it's not just all about work. And so I started taking Friday afternoons off. And then probably, I don't know, a few years later, I decided to take the entire Friday off. And I thought I would never do that back when I was in my 30s and 40s. You just keep working. And in my job, I probably put in more hours in the first 2, 3 days of the week than most people do all week long. Just the nature of the beast. Spent the night in the hospital last night. Anyway, so I don't have anything scheduled for tomorrow. Something could come up. Sometimes I do have surgery on Friday, so keep that day blocked open. So I have something that I can focus on every week, just in case someone can't wait too long to have something fixed, if it's a surgical problem. So that's always nice. But anyway, I was kind of reflecting on some things today. And so the topic today is most regret what they didn't do, not what they did. Now, we're not talking about anything that's criminal or immoral. So if you robbed a bank or killed somebody, now you're sitting in jail, I'm sure you're going to be regretting what you did. But believe it or not, most actually regret what they didn't do, not what they did. And we're talking about just kind of normal stuff, not criminal stuff. And there's an Australian nurse, her name is Bronnie Ware, who wrote a book. And the title of the book was The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And how this book came about was that she spent several years working in palliative care, caring for patients in the last 12 weeks of their lives. And she started recording their dying epiphanies in a blog called Inspiration and Kai, and which gathered so much attention that she put her observations in the book, and the book's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. So therein lies this most regret what they didn't do, not what they did. And the whole moral of the story here is many of you are in transition. We've had this pandemic since about this time last year. Many of you have had to work from home. Many of you have lost your jobs, or you've been furloughed, or you're thinking about making a career change. And so you've got some time to kind of reflect. And this may be the time to take a look at these five regrets that people have the most. And we're going to go through them and a few little things that Bronnie Ware says about that and what her observations were. This is very interesting. So you want to reflect on this, and this may be a good time to maybe make some changes, maybe slow down a little bit, smell the roses before it's too late. So regret number 1, as witnessed by Bronnie Ware. Number 1, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. As parents, you always want your kids to grow up to become a doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, the town mayor, someone really important. And, sometimes we push it on them, and it really isn't their passion. And we should probably not do stuff like that. We should let them kind of follow their passion, their dream. It's their life. They need to make their mistakes. So therein lies this regret. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me, like your parents. And so Bronny says this was the most common regret of all. When people realize that their life is almost over and look back clearly on it, it's easy to see how many dreams have gone unfulfilled. Most people had not honored even a half of their dreams and had to die knowing that it was due to choices they had made or not made. Health brings a freedom very few realize until they no longer have it. How true. Regret number 2. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Yep. Started taking Friday afternoons off, then Fridays off. Get most of my work done Monday through Thursday, and then some stuff at night. So, got to slow down. That's my advice to you. Anyway, Bronny says, this came from every male patient that I nurse. So this is more from men than women, but maybe she had more dying men than women. Anyway, they missed their children's youth and their partner's companionship. Women also spoke of this regret, but as most were from an older generation, many of the female patients had not been breadwinners. All of the men I nursed deeply regretted spending so much of their lives on the treadmill of a work experience or work existence. So that's regret number 1. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Regret number 3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Some people express their feelings much better than others. Some people keep things bottled up. You know, communication is the answer to everything. And I applaud the people that can really express their feelings well. Bronny says many people suppress their feelings in order to keep peace with others. You know, don't want to rock the boat, don't want to express your opinion. And of course, nowadays, you got to be careful how you express your opinion because freedom of speech is coming under attack, and we can't let that happen. As a result, they settled for a mediocre existence and never became who they were truly capable of becoming. Many developed illnesses relating to the bitterness and resentment they carried as a result. So that's regret number 3. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Regret number 4. I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. Think about it. You probably, depending on how old you are, you can probably reflect back on some people you've lost touch with. Bronny says, often they would not truly realize the full benefits of old friends until their dying weeks, and it was not always possible to track these people down. Many had become so caught up in their own lives that they let golden friendships slip by over the years. There were many deep regrets about not giving friendships the time and effort that they deserve. Everyone misses their friends when they're dying. How true. Regret number 4, I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. And the final regret, number 5, I wish that I had let myself be happier. Bronny says this is a surprisingly common one. Many did not realize until the end that happiness is a choice. They had stayed stuck in old patterns and habits. The so-called comfort of familiarity overflowed into their emotions as well as their physical lives. Fear of change had them pretending to others and to themselves that they were content, when deep within they longed to laugh properly and have silliness in their life again. All right, so this was Bronny Ware, an Australian nurse who spent several years working in palliative care. She took care of patients that were in their last 12 weeks of their lives. She recorded their dying epiphanies and then wrote a book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Most regret what they didn't do, not what they did. Let me just recap. Number 1, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Number 3, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And number 5, I wish that I had let myself be happier. 5 top regrets of the dying. So don't wait till your last breath, to your last minute, to act on those 5 regrets. Now's the time to act on it. I'm 62. I'll be 63 this year. My dad's 97. I figure I'm only about 2/3 through my life. And I'm going to make sure that those 5 aren't going to be on my mind when I'm taking my last breath. So I hope you don't either. Hope you found this helpful. Dr. Joe from Atlanta. To your wellness for life. It's important to be well. It's important to make good lifestyle choices. I hope that those of you who are struggling with your employment or don't have employment, that you find something. And there are lots of options. If there's anything I can do to help you along those lines, send me a message, send me a comment, and we can get to work. So on that note, have a wonderful remaining Thursday evening. Get some rest, and we'll catch you all tomorrow. Dr. Joe from Atlanta. God bless. Bye.